Hello, in today's video, I'm sharing 25 to 30 of my top recommendations for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Now, most of these brands are having their biggest sales of the year right now, and I know a lot of people take advantage of this time to stock up on favorite products to use later, to purchase more expensive products while they're on sale, or to grab gifts for the holidays. And as someone who spends a lot of money and time on beauty products because of what I do, I pulled together the products and brands I feel are truly worth it. These are standout makeup, skincare, hair care, tools, and gadgets based on either huge discounts or because they're favorites that I love and use all the time. Now, most of these sales have already started, but some haven't since this is being filmed and going up before Black Friday. But as I've done the past 2 years, I will be updating any new sale information I get daily through Cyber Monday over on my blog, where I have over 100 beauty brands listed with their Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. As a beauty lover myself, I hunted a couple of years ago for a comprehensive Black Friday, Cyber Monday beauty deals list, and I just couldn't find one that was thorough enough. So I made my own and I put it on the blog, and it really helped a lot of you out. So I've continued with that and it's gotten bigger. You can check it daily for updates. I'll have the link to it down below in my description box and the top pinned comment and over on my community tab, along with a second Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals post that I made with my favorite jewelry, fashion, home, and lifestyle brands. Now, if you're subscribed to my newsletter, you already knew these posts went live because you get early access to things. So if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, I'll have that link below and in my top pinned comment and my community tab too. Now, we have a lot of great deals from a lot of great brands to cover, so let's get into it. I have several exclusive savings codes just for you sprinkled throughout this video, in addition to the regular Black Friday, Cyber Monday promotions we're talking about, so I'm excited to share those with you. And I'll be going in alphabetical order for the most part, with a few exceptions. I'll give you maybe 1 to 3 of my top recommendations, sort of speed style as we go. So I'm going to start with BeautyStat, who is having 50% off site-wide. This is a really good savings. I have been impressed with everything I've tried from them, including their vitamin C serum, which says a lot because I'm very picky about vitamin C serums with my sensitive skin with rosacea. So it has sort of a light lotiony consistency. It sinks into my skin beautifully and wears well under makeup. It also doesn't have that hot dog scent that a lot of vitamin C serums have. It's formulated with stabilized L-ascorbic acid, which is the purest form of vitamin C, in a patented encapsulation system, so you get maximum efficacy. So if you're also picky about your vitamin C serums, this may be one you want to look at. I've also enjoyed their universal triple action daily peel. They're just individual daily peel pads for exfoliation, which is super important the older we get as our skin cell turnover slows. I just restocked this recently. This is my second jar of the Peptide Wrinkle Relaxing Moisturizer. I really enjoyed this the first time. There are a few different types of peptides in here and some really nice hydrating ingredients, just beneficial ingredients overall that help with elasticity, sagging skin, deep lines and wrinkles. So if you want a moisturizer that not only moisturizes and helps with hydration, but also helps lift, firm, and smooth, you can get this one for 50% off. I'm really impressed with the sale from Basant. So they're having 30% off site-wide and 40% off best-selling bundles. So if you foresee yourself running out of any of their products or needing to restock within the next few months, or if you've been wanting to try any of their products, now would be the time. Now, my one focused product for them that I fell in love with, surprisingly so, is the Squalane and Ectoin Overnight Rescue. I thought it was going to be too heavy and greasy, but man, did my skin love it. I used up the entire jar and I was so sad when it ran out, but I couldn't justify buying another one when I have other moisturizers here to use up. But I think I'm going to repurchase it now that I can get it at such a discount. My skin just loved it. It kept it so balanced yet deeply hydrated. It's really great if you have a compromised skin barrier, if you get dry and dehydrated and need deep hydration but don't want the greasiness with it. I'd love to dip my toe in a little bit deeper with Basant. So if you have recommendations for me, let me know in the comments. Just because I do this for a living doesn't mean I've tried every single product from every single brand. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm popping in here briefly to let you know that one of my favorite brands I've been using for years and shared with you many times because City Beauty is having 40% off site-wide through December 4th. And this portion of the video is in partnership with them to share 3 of my favorite City Beauty products that I've been using for a long time now. So my lips are not as full as they were when I was younger, which is perfectly normal. I notice it more on my top lip, but I haven't gotten brave enough for lip filler. So I've been using City Lips lip plumping glosses for a long time. I can't even count how many tubes of these I've gone through. I know everyone's lip sensitivity is different, but these don't sting or burn uncomfortably the way most other lip plumpers do for me. They have a bit of a tingling effect, but it's nothing uncomfortable. And they have sort of a sticky, grippy texture to them as you apply them, but they settle in nicely and stay on my lips much longer than other glosses do. I like to use these as a prep step when I first sit down to do my makeup to give my lips some hydration and smoothness so that at the end of my makeup routine, when I'm ready to apply my lip products for the day, my lip lines are filled out a bit more and my lips are more plump and conditioned. I just blot it off at that point and apply whatever lip products I'm wearing for the day. I also wear these as regular lip glosses, either on their own, over lip liner, or over lipstick. The shade that I'm wearing today is Pink Nude, which I wear pretty often. I'm on my 3rd tube of lid lifting treatment, which was a product I was very skeptical of when I first tried it. If you have crinkly textured or sagging eyelid skin, this might be a product you want to take a look at. So this is another product that I use at the very beginning of my makeup routine as a prep step. I either use it in lieu of eyeshadow primer or I use it before any eye makeup, including eyeshadow primer. It just kind of depends on how hot, humid, and swampy it is outside if I need an actual bulletproof eyeshadow primer. But either way, this doesn't ball up. It's very thin and lightweight. It wears really well under makeup. I distribute a tiny amount between 2 fingers and tap, blend it out. Because I have a fold that goes below the corner of my eye, on my left eye specifically, sometimes I take it below the corner of my eye. And now you need to let it set, kind of settle in for at least 60 seconds. And I find that this sort of softens any texture or fine lines and gives me just a slight lift that makes just enough of a difference. Plus it works over time, which is always a bonus. Finally, the restoring hand treatment is not your basic hand lotion. It does way more. I love this stuff. It has ingredients to boost collagen and elastin production and smooth, wrinkly, crepey skin, and ingredients to reduce the appearance of dark spots, promote cell turnover, and of course, help hydrate and soothe and support your skin's moisture barrier. It's not oily or greasy, yet it hydrates thoroughly. It's unscented. So those are 3 of my favorite products from City Beauty's line, which is largely geared towards anyone dealing with aging skin issues. I'll have the link where you can save 40% in my description and in my top pinned comments, so you can check out my favorites or browse their site and check out what else they have. BK Beauty is having 30% off site-wide through December 2nd with code BFCM24, which will be automatically applied at checkout. I pulled my most commonly used BK Beauty brushes. The Nikki LaRose N14 brush is my favorite under eye setting powder brush. I usually go in with this first before pressing in my under eye setting powder with a sponge or a poof. It dusts on the exact right amount of under eye setting powder so that I don't go overboard. It's also great for highlighter. I use the 203 eyeshadow brush to blend out cream, liquid, and stick eyeshadows. It's the perfect shape, size, and density. These 2 brushes I've talked about a ton. This is the 109 and 106. I use both for cream, liquid, and stick blushes. I probably reach for this one, 109, a little bit more. 106 is also great for a smaller foundation brush. I adore the Nikki LaRose N15 brush for bronzer and even contour in a pinch because, you know, it does come to a taper. I love this size. I've always used a bigger bronzer brush, but this is great because it's not so dense that you pack on too much product. It disperses the right amount and allows you to apply just the right amount exactly where you need it. It's really soft. And the 107 brush, I really enjoy using for finishing powder. It's just perfect for that. I have an entire video on finishing powder 101. I'll have it linked up in the corner and down below if you're curious. Bobbi Brown is having 30% off plus free shipping on orders over $65. Now, as someone who was a little bit confused and underwhelmed by the announcement of this collaboration with Pac-Man, I have to say my tune completely changed when it arrived at my door. It is so freaking adorable. If you are a Gen X retro girl, I think you're really gonna like this. Now, I'm hoping this isn't excluded because it hasn't started yet as of the day I'm filming this, but talk about a giftable playful, fun collection. Now, they designed this eyeshadow palette, the cover, so that the little guys move. It looks like a screen here, the way it's done. It's so cute. This is a highlighting powder. I mean, the quality here is really beautiful, which I wasn't expecting when I heard Pac-Man, you know? The detail is exquisite, and you know with Bobbi Brown, the quality of the product inside is going to be great, but I haven't been able to bring myself to touch it yet. I've just been staring at it and admiring it. I mean, even the lip. I mean, pull this out of your purse, out of a stocking. How cute. So I have to say, I love the detailing on the eyeshadow palette more than I love the inside, but I get what they were doing with the inside. And you know, I'm always going to recommend trying, if you haven't yet, my holy grail under eye corrector, which is the stick. Extremely creamy, moisturizing, all the good things. I wear it in bisque, and this is all I have, so I need to restock mine too. Coco and Eve makes one of my favorite, if not my favorite, body sunscreens. This massages into your skin like lotion and hydrates versus drying your skin out, and it is 50% off, so it's $16. I got this a few months ago actually, and it does not expire until 2026. So if you're worried about stocking up on body sunscreen now, I just wanted to put your mind at ease. It's very lightweight. It has a very mild scent to it. It has vitamin E, aloe vera, and coconut oil, which is why it moisturizes instead of drying your skin out like a lot of body sunscreens do. I think a lot of the reason why so many people use spray body sunscreens is because it's so hard to massage lotions in, and this one isn't. It's a lovely formulation. So they're having up to 50% off across the board through December 4th, and they're having 24-hour flash deals dropping through December 3rd with no code needed. And this is one of the products that's actually 50% off. I was shocked to see that because I know this is a bestseller from them. Now, their top two sellers, the Sunny Honey Bali Bronzing Foam and Antioxidant Face Tanning Micro Mist, are both 25% off, and they have some bundles and sets that include the brush, and then they have a mitt and some sets with both of these that are between 25 and 35% off. They have various types of products to check out, and there are some great deals to be had through December 4th. Up next is Current Body. You can save 20% with code StephanieLED on all Current Body products through Cyber Monday. They launched the 2.0 LED red light therapy mask a couple months ago, and I have been loving this. It combines red, near infrared, and deep near infrared, and it also covers under the jowl area. You just get a host of benefits from this, and I've shared many times how you can pry LED red light therapy out of my cold dead hands. I love it so much. It helps stimulate collagen and elastin, which we lose as we age, help firm and help with fine lines and wrinkles, brightening. It helps with inflammation. It helps calm my rosacea, and so many other things. So I have a few masks that have actually made the cut that I rotate for various reasons. Dr. Dennis Gross is another. You can get 30% off site-wide at Dr. Dennis Gross, not just on this, but on his whole website through December 2nd. So this is another option. It's only a 3-minute treatment time and gives you red, near infrared, and blue light if you also want to treat acne. And I've said this before, but even though it's only 3 minutes, it doesn't mean you're not getting adequate treatment from it. They optimize the energy and the power so that you get the optimal amount of treatment within those 3 minutes. Current Body and similar masks are 10 minutes. So I have an entire video on at-home alternatives to Botox and filler that really work, where I share more in-depth information on LED red light therapy and other facial devices. I'll have it linked up in the corner and down below if you want more extensive information, but I'm going to go ahead and share a couple of devices that you can also save some money on. I have some personalized codes for you. I've shared them many times on this channel, and you can see more in-depth information over in that video after you finish this one. So this is Zip Halo. I also swear by this for different reasons. This is a microcurrent plus nanocurrent device that I use multiple times a week. You can save 20% on Zip Halo with code StephanieZip, and you can get an additional 20% off the Christmas Superior gift set, which is already discounted, with that same code, and you can save 25% off gels with the code StephanieGels. You do need to use specific gels that are formulated for nanocurrent when you use Zip Halo. It's not the same as, say, NuFace, which is microcurrent only, which is exactly why I continue to use and love Zip Halo, because of the dual benefits. Next, we have Nira Precision and Pro Laser. So the Precision was the first model that targeted around the eye area. I saw a big difference with this one. I have before and after afters in several videos where I talk about this. And then they launched the Pro, which covers a larger area, but I've used this around my eyes too. You can get 25% off, I believe, through December 2nd. I'll have the link and code down in my description box. This is a great time of year to grab a facial device if you're looking at getting one, because they usually have their biggest discounts going on right now. Going back to our alphabetical order with Dermalogica, this is a skincare product I'm using currently every other night. I alternate it with my retinoid, which I will also be sharing in this video. They're doing buy more, save more. Through December 1st, if you spend $50 or more, you save 15% with the code BF15. If you spend $100 or more, you save 20% with code BF20. If you spend $150 or more, you save 30% with code BF30. Now that same tiered savings is happening from December 2nd through the 4th, but the codes change from BF15 to CM15, CM20, and CM30. That probably sounds complicated. It's all down in my description box and over on my blog too. So this is the Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum. It has 3 types of amino acids and is basically a powerful exfoliator to help with dullness, dark spots, redness, fine lines, all the things I like to have addressed, including sloughing of dead skin cells while I sleep. And I like to alternate exfoliant products with retinoids. I don't like to use them on the same night. And so this is what I'm using. I find it does a great job of this without drying my skin out, flaring up my rosacea. My skin just reacts really nicely to it. I also really enjoy the Self-Esteem Firming Neck Lift. It's basically this type of product in cream form for the neck. Our necks are usually more sensitive and I don't have any issues with it. I get asked what I use on my neck a lot, and this is one of those products. Huda Beauty is having up to 80% off select products plus free gifts with purchase through December 2nd. Now, I was really impressed with the selection included in this sale section, although this isn't a site-wide sale, so not everything is included. My favorite powder, for example, is not on sale, but Faux Filter Concealer is one of my favorite concealers for medium full coverage. It still looks natural and isn't drying. I wear shade Cotton Candy. It's 25% off. Also 25% off is the corrector, which is also really nice, thin, hydrating, it layers well. The shades in this are a little bit deep for me. I have Cherry Blossom, and if she had just a shade lighter, I would like this a little bit more. But if you have more medium tone skin versus light medium like I do, you might want to pick this up. Also, her lip contours are 25% off, which I love and use on a regular basis. Honey Beige is actually what I started out with on my lips before I layered another lip over it, which I'm going to share with you here today. So this is Honey Beige. It glides right on. And some of her palettes are 40% off. Pretty grunge. I really like this palette and thought I wouldn't. I thought it would just be too grungy, but it's actually pretty wearable. It's a pretty giftable palette too. Some of her fragrances are included. I think it's definitely worth looking through. It might seem a little bit random that I'm including this brand in this video and not just over on my blog, because I think I've only shared one product from her. I have more that I'm sort of testing right now, but I've been using one of her products regularly for a while. I just didn't know what type of video to include it in. And my son has been using one of her products regularly for about a year now. So Jillian Dempsey, Patrick Dempsey's wife, who is a makeup artist, is having 25% off site-wide through December 2nd. So I bought him this Rhody hair pomade last year after seeing Patrick Dempsey demo it in his own hair, because this is what he uses and his hair always looks so good. This is Brady's second tube and he loves it. I mean, girls could use it too, but men, boys, they're kind of hard to shop for. And when he asked me to buy him another one, I knew I had struck gold. So I wanted to share this with you in case you're hunting for little things for the boy, the man, the guy in your life. So the product I've been using and loving is the Hydrating Eye Mask. Now, I didn't share these originally because they're a little pricey for an eye mask, but they are on sale right now and they are so huge, bigger than any other under eye patches, under eye masks that I've ever seen. So I'm able to finagle it and cut them in half. And instead of getting one use out of a pack, I can get two. I mean, this can cover my entire cheekbone. I'm not sure why they're this big. They have sort of a cushy texture and they just do a fantastic job of hydrating, depuffing, and bringing life to my dry under eyes. She applies these on clients before big events, sometimes using her gold bar vibrating massager tool in conjunction, which I've done with one of those types of tools that I've had for a long time. I enjoy other eye patches, but there's something about these that I just love. She has a lot of natural but enhancing makeup. That's sort of her aesthetic, but I've been really impressed with these. Kosas is having 25% off site-wide, plus you can choose a free makeup bag with a $100 purchase. I have talked so many times since the first time I tried these Blushes Life Baked Blushes. The shade I have is Hype. This formula applies beautifully. You can wear it sheer or build it up, and it gives you just a natural radiance with no glitter. The two shades that are swirled together here just give you dimension, and it wears well all day. My second major recommendation from them will be the Wet Stick Lip. I absolutely love this formula. So what I have on my lips today is the shade Malibu over that honey beige Huda Beauty lip liner. This actually goes very nicely with that blush. I have like 5 of these. I love this formula so much. This is one of those lipstick, lip balm, lip gloss hybrid formulas that has all those fantastic hydrating, conditioning benefits, but it's not super smushy. So you don't have to be careful with the bullet when you're applying it, but it has a nice, fairly slim bullet, so application is easy, but there's a good amount of pigment to these. They're not sticky, they're very comfortable. This has also been a favorite formula since the first time I tried it. Laura Geller is having up to 70% off site-wide, plus an extra 10% with code CW10, and they're also doing some deals of the day. So I checked to see the discount on 2 of their most popular products. The Baked Balance and Brighten is 50% off, which is great if you're running low or if you've been wanting to try that. And the Baked Blush and Brighten, this is a fantastic blush formula, another baked blush. This is almost 50% off. This is the shade Tropic Hues. I want to just swatch it over the Kosas so you could see the shades, which are clearly different. It's a little more of a powdery formula than Kosas, but still very, very beautiful and easy to work with. Laura Mercier is having 30% off site-wide plus free shipping through December 3rd, excluding holiday sets. I was a little disappointed about that because her holiday sets are just beautiful this year, but I mean, she has so much to choose from on her website. I would encourage you to check out her Caviar eyeshadow sticks. There are shades on the Laura Mercier website that they don't have at other retailers. So look around and see what's available that might be interesting that you haven't noticed before, but her Caviar eyeshadow sticks are some of my favorites, and the reformulation this year was a rare case that was actually good. They glide on beautifully, give you time to work with them and blend them out before they fully set down, and they wear beautifully all day long. No primer needed, even in heat and humidity. Her Caviar eyeliners are some of my favorite pencil eyeliners. I love this formula. They also give you plenty of time to work with them, smudge them if you want before they set down and lock in. Her blushes are great. I mean, she has so many great products to choose from, which is why I included her brand in this video. L'Occitane is having 20% off full-size products through December 3rd with the code Friday. I wanted to include them in this video even though it's not the biggest percentage off, because I feel like their hand lotions are no-fail gifts for people when you don't really know what to give. You know, if you need a hostess gift, if you need a stocking stuffer, or just a little something, it's worth picking them up to have on hand. I mean, I like having them for myself, and I always like receiving them, so I wanted to include them. You can save 30% off site-wide and 50% off select products at Makeup Forever. I was really excited to see this, so I have 2 top picks. My first is the HD Skin Face Essentials palette, not the newer Blush and Glow palette. This one, which comes in 2 versions, I have the lighter one here, has basically everything you need in it. You have face products, bronzers, contours, highlighters, blushes, everything you need for your face is in this palette, whereas the Blush and Glow palette is going to give you blushes and highlighters, and that's it, which is great if that's all you need. I just think you get so much more for your money with this, and it's all in one, and I love that the formulas are creamy but not greasy. They're very workable, and they're great if you have normal to dry skin, but if you have normal to oily skin, they're not going to leave you greasy and shiny. They just melt into your skin and look extremely natural. It's a great product, and my second recommendation is the HD Skin Foundation. It's a great everyday medium buildable coverage foundation with a natural finish. I've recommended this in countless videos. I wear shade 2N22. This has just a very natural finish that doesn't make me too shiny in my shine prone areas, and it wears really well on my normal dry areas of my combination skin that gets some shine breakthrough during the day. I I love it. Medicate is having 30% off full-size products, no code needed in US and Canada through December 3rd. So this is the retinoid that I use every other night, alternating with my acid that I already shared with you from Dermalogica. This is the Medicate Crystal Retinol. I am on strength 20. There are several strengths to choose from. You can start low if you've never been on any kind of a retinoid before and work your way up. You can kind of start somewhere in the middle if you've been on a retinol already. It's very customizable that way. Retinol is stronger than over-the-counter retinol, but it's also very gentle. It's great if you're like me and you have very sensitive skin that's reactive to prescription tretinoin, but you still want to see results. And I've been loving this. My skin loves it. I started at level 6 and worked my way up to level 20, and my skin has never felt dry or peeled, which it did even with the weakest strength of prescription tretinoin. I cannot tolerate it. This is a great option for me. They also have a retinol product for the eye. They have a peptide serum that's really good. It's a great brand overall. If you want to check it out, now's a good time. Merit always gives away that signature bag with your first purchase, but they never do sales or discounts throughout the year. So this is their only sale that they have during the year. So you still get that signature bag, and they're also doing a limited edition mini version of the signature bag right now, and 20% off site-wide through December 2nd. And they have 4 of their best-selling Shade Slick lip oils, an additional 30% off that's stackable with the 20% off site-wide. So one of my favorite Merit products is the Solo Shadow. I have 3 of these now. This one is my newest. It's the shade Studio, which is a cool taupe. This is Social, it's a soft mauve, and this is Vachetta, a warm beige. These are a cream to powder formula that's set pretty quickly. I swipe the tiniest amount on my eyelid one at a time because they do set so quickly, and blend it out and up into my crease, either with my finger or a brush, and it sets down fully and becomes a second skin. I just adore these. If you're looking for full pigment, this is not going to be your product, but I love this for just a quick throw on everyday easy product. And let me just tell you, I did not know what to expect with this new retrospect fragrance. If you're looking for a giftable perfume that's under $100, I think this is a good one. The presentation, first of all, is really beautiful. Not just the bottle, which is absolutely stunning, but the box. I feel like they really thought of everything. It's almost hard for me to describe, which I think they even put that in the description. Yes, it says instantly familiar yet difficult to describe. It's a balanced fragrance that wears close to the skin and evolves as you wear it. It's nearly 30% fragrance oil, and I was nervous at first because I thought it was going to be overly floral, and I'm not typically one that loves an overly floral scent. I do get that juicy pear that I didn't think I would like, but I do. There's some orris, and I think between that and the jasmine, moss, vanilla, and musk, it just keeps evolving and changing as the day goes on, and it's a really beautiful fragrance that I've been enjoying. I know fragrance is different for everyone. Also, this lipstick here, their signature lipstick is one of my favorite formulas, and I wear Baby on a regular basis. It's got a very thin formula, but it's very opaque and creamy, and it never feels like it's building up on my lips. It's just really nice. And Baby is a nice neutral pink that's leaning a little bit cool, but it's not too cool. You can get 25% off your entire purchase at Milk Makeup, plus a gift with purchase on orders over $65 through November 28th. You can see their Cyber Monday information over on the blog, which will be happening November 29th through December 4th. I have a couple of top picks from Milk Makeup. Their entire Pore Eclipse line, they have a stick primer, this one, and then this setting spray is really great for my shine prone areas. So hot, humid days, or just days when I want to keep my shine under control. I might be out and about for a really long time. I really like this new Hydro Grip and Glow primer. I didn't think I would. Now, if you wear this on its own, it will probably look a little metallic, but under foundation, as it's supposed to be worn, I mean, it is a primer, it gives a soft glow that peeks through, and this is a really great glowy radiant primer for those of us that do get some shine during the day that can get exacerbated from glowy radiant primers. This gives me that glowy radiant look, but without looking oily. It gives me exactly what I'm looking for, basically. And it does have a grip grip to it, but not the same amount of grip as their original gripping primer. I don't love that original gripping primer. I just really like this. I've shared OneSkin now in several videos. I'm very, very impressed with their products. So they're having $30 off, $150 or more purchase, $60 off, $225 or more, and $100 off, $300 or more through December 2nd. Now they have some bundles where savings is already baked into the price. So this would give you more savings on top of that. And they have a Try Me kit that I think is around $100 right now. Wait, hold on, I have it here. So this is that kit, and inside it has small but deluxe sizes of the body, face, and eye topical supplements. So the whole thing with OneSkin is this peptide that they discovered, this OS01 peptide that actually works to reverse aging through the way it works with your skin cells. It's really fascinating. I go pretty in depth in this video here where people just did not see this video or didn't want to watch it. I don't know what the deal is. It wasn't in conjunction with OneSkin or anything. I'm just really fascinated by the science. But I've been using the eye treatment for a while now and I'm loving it. So if you're having bothersome issues with crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, texture, this would be great to grab. Their packaging is recyclable, refillable. The face topical supplement is one I just started to use a few weeks ago. I apply this before I apply any other peptides or lotions or treatments. It's lightweight. It wears beautifully under makeup, great for daytime or nighttime. And then of course they have one for the body too. I'm just fascinated by how far we've come with skincare and facial tools and treatments and all these things. And I love the science behind this. And you can save through December 2nd. Through December 3rd, you can save 30% site-wide at Persona Cosmetics, one of my favorite brands that is so underrated. So the Identity palette has been a favorite all-time palette of mine since the first time I ever used it. This is actually my second one. It's great for everyday looks, for nighttime looks, simple, dramatic, it doesn't matter. It's beautiful. The textures of the mattes and shimmers. I actually have the shade Bombshell, this slightly olivey yet neutral shade on my lids right now, and a combination of these two shades in my crease and I lined with this deep shade right here. So easy. I reach for this all the time. And I also adore both her stick and powder blush formulas. I mean, I really have not found a product dud from her, but if I'm recommending just a couple, there's something about her powder blush formula that diffuses and is just incredibly flattering, especially on mature skin, and these wear really beautifully all day. This is the shade Carmel, and I actually have the stick form of Carmel on my cheeks today, but I mean, it doesn't matter what shade you get. Similar to previous years, Refer is having 50% off most of their products. My favorite lash curler that I use all the time is Refer, and two of my most used blush brushes, the number 37 and 05. Both are nice and soft and distribute the right amount of product. I cannot live without either of their pencil brushes. Number 23 is super, super tiny and precise. I use it for smudging out my precise eyeliner because it just looks more flattering now that I'm not, 20 or 30 anymore. And then I also like the bigger pencil eyeliner, number 03, just for having a bigger option. I love that they have two different size options. I use the 01 brush frequently. It's just kind of a flat but sort of fluffy blending brush. It's just a really great multitasker. And the 02 brush I use for my lower lash line and to pack shadow onto my lid. 14 mini and 13 are both really nice small brushes for the crease and outer corner if you have smaller eyes. 14 mini has a little bit more of a taper, but I use them both. My final brush brand, Sigma, is having some pretty big discounts. Through November 30th, you can save up to 75% site-wide. Plus, with my code STEPH10, you can get an additional 10% off, and they're giving free worldwide shipping on orders over $25. And look for specials and bundles throughout the duration of their sale. I use a lot of Sigma brushes, but the two eyeliner brushes I use the most when lining with powder shadows. This flat brush E15 is what I tight line with the most. almost. I press it right into my lash line. I even swipe this in pencil liners to be more precise. It does such a great job. It's great if you have sensitive eyes. And then their slanted eyeliner brush. This is a special edition that came with one of their seasonal palettes. I use this to create this little flick or wing before I smudge it out with the brushes I already told you about. This E38 blending brush is great for smaller eyes for diffusing out the crease and the transition area. And then E33 is a really nice crease and transition brush that's on the smaller side. I also really like their eyeshadow palettes. They have some fun color combinations that you don't find in other places, and the quality is really nice. You can get 50% off site-wide at Timeless through December 2nd with the code BFCM50. Plus, they're giving a gift with purchase on orders over $100 and free shipping on orders over $75. I finished a bottle somewhat recently of the Matrixyl Synth 6 serum, which is a really nice, lightweight, fantastic peptide serum. It's great for morning and night, which I thought was a great price even before 50% off. And they recently launched these individual travel pouches of many of their products. So this is the Matrixyl Synth 6, and then this is the vitamin C. Really fantastic for vitamin C, which needs to be shelf stable and in a cool, dark place. I mean, these are sealed individual uses, and Timeless Vitamin C is very popular. So look around on their website, see what they have to offer at 50% off. That is fantastic. I've always thought Tower 28 did a cute thing with their Black Friday sale. So you can save 20% or 28% on orders of $50 or more. My most used and, dare I say, favorite concealer is Tower 28. I wear shade DTLA. I wear this more than any other concealer. This is very creamy and hydrating on my dry under eyes with fine lines and texture. It wears beautifully all day, and it gives medium to medium full buildable coverage. It layers well over itself or over corrector. I absolutely love it. I also really enjoy their mascara, which kind of surprised me because it's got this sort of, I'm gonna say, wimpy little curved weird wand, but it's a great everyday lengthening, volumizing mascara. It's actually what I threw on today. I mean, it's probably not the best mascara for filming. It doesn't give me incredible dramatic length and volume, but for a day-to-day basis, it does a great job, and it separates, it doesn't flake or smudge. Through December 4th, you can save 30% site-wide at Tula, and they have so many cult favorite products. I have talked about their eye sticks so many times. I keep the Rose Glow and Get It downstairs at my vanity where I get ready day to day. I keep the regular Glow and Get It up here where I film because they kind of do the same thing but have slightly different ingredients. I like that they have caffeine to give my eyes a little bit of a boost in the morning. They hydrate, and they have other nice ingredients too. And they give me a little bit of radiance. But if I want just straight up under eye priming and hydration, kind of similar to that Aquaphor viral under eye hack, but something that's actually good for me, the 24/7 Power Swipe is what I'm going to reach for. It's more of just a straight up clear stick. Amazon's Black Friday Cyber Monday sale is still going on. I did a whole video about that. You can check it out here. And do not forget about the hundreds of Black Friday Cyber Monday beauty deals I have listed for you over on my blog, linked down in my description box and my top pinned comment. I put a lot of work into that, and I hope it helps you out. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. I'll have some other fun Black Friday Cyber Monday sale videos coming soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.